Hello there and welcome to the new channel.
Here to help you see
The new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansada.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamid.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Erhina.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice to be here.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldon.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude.
Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
Mine is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
Future.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
TNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Hotline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID Stories.
Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and More.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo, your host of this wonderful program, the HR Hotline. Good afternoon. It's a wonderful day. And we are here. We're going to discuss on a topic not, shall we say, common, but universal. But before we do that, again, I would like to greet my friends who are watching now, my cousin who is in Saudi. Take care. I saw your post where you are eating with Saudis without your face mask. My brother is in Legazpi. He's bedridden, but I asked my sister-in-law to put put on her gadget, on her cell phone, so that he can listen to me. And all my friends, family, and Obet are here. Thank you. Anyway, recently in the family, in our association, with my work that I do now, this is an important word that all of us sometimes miss, or if it is singular, misses it. And that is gratitude, gratefulness, being thankful. Oh, you can hear a lot of speakers, a lot of sermons mentioning this. But a question, does it really sink into us? Do we really practice it? Or are we really even aware of it? I am. Because maybe in my growing up, in what you call breeding, in what I do now, I really try hard to be spiritual, to perfect myself. And this is the foundation of spirituality. Thanking the Lord that you are alive. Thanking yourself that you're moving on. Kapit. Thanking your significant others who are supporting you. In one of my webinars, actually it is on work ethics and emotional intelligence. I have this module of gratitude on work. That is actually my introduction on work ethics. Work is a grace from God, and we have to be thankful about it. Thanking your parents who allowed you to study, of course. I know in some far-flung barrios or even there are some parents who are not so keen that you finish your studies. You have to thank now. At that time, I received what they call pakol up to around elementary. There was no law yet, but my dad used to spank me. And I thank my mom and my lola, my abuelita, for teaching me piano so that I can have discipline. Then thank the school. I will not be here. I will not be able to shout out, express, rant, tell, make a speech. Not for Albay Central School, Bicol University High School, Aquinas University, and Ateneo graduate schools, and the association. And this is actually my point. Your work, your workplace, the organization, you have to always be thankful that they tolerate you. They tolerate your lapses. They tolerate your imperfection. But sometimes we miss it. We're so full of ourselves that we are not aware that we have to be thankful. I will jump. Actually, when you start to be grateful, then you start appreciating. Now, before I continue, I invited a special guest. She is a dear friend, quality friend. I met her when I was in Inquirer, and she had this small group of HR of NGOs. I don't know if they're still active, but I know that she was with the Red Cross. Red Cross. It's not even the Philippine. I think it's the International Red Cross. And I'm very sure she knows what we're going to talk about. Did we ever thank Red Cross for what they're doing in wars? The crescent and the cross, the Red Cross, is respected. Now, going back again to the person I got lost, see, you also was very much engaged with Save the Children. I have to tell her because I was a consultant in ILO, and I was doing some consultancy through SA, but it is actually what do you call this, from U.S. Department of Labor. Anyways, she's now an HR management and training consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Jamie Antkowiak. I cannot pronounce it. I will ask her. That's the first thing that last. Can we have Jam already? Direct.
Hello.
Hello, Jamie. Again, can you pronounce your family name to me?
It's Antkowiak.
Antkowiak. And this is
Yes,
actually a
Jesse.
family name of from where? Is this a
From
Europe?
From US, Sir Jesse.
Yes. Okay. And in you are where are you now? At your residence?
I'm at home, Sir Jesse. I'm currently in the valley in Merala, in Calamba.
Okay. What's keeping you busy these days, Jam?
I'm doing some consultancy work, and part-time I'm also volunteering for some HR mentoring programs. And I'm still active in the Red Cross, also sometimes doing some volunteer work. Ganun po.
Okay. So you have heard me in the introduction that our
Yes.
topic for today, it's actually because you posted in my social media that it's about an Inquirer poster mentioning that we really have to thank if you still have work, and we really don't have to think of the things that we have in our hands, but actually the thing. Who was the writer? I love it. Randy David. We really have to thank those that we have in our heart. And then you posted, yes, we really have to make the point. Then I invited you. So,
That's
Jamie,
true.
Jamie, it is actually missed now, but we really need it this time of the pandemic. There are a lot of things that we can be thankful of. But
True.
let me ask you the first question. How do we practice gratitude?
Thank you, Sir Jesse, really for inviting me today. I'm really grateful to you, to your friendship, and I'm all the learning that I have learned and gained with you, Sir Jesse. You're always very fun and so much energy. I like it so much, Sir Jesse. Thank you, po. And your introduction is very, very on point, Sir Jesse. Gratitude is one word that is not very common in our vocabulary at work, but definitely it should not be forgotten because Sir Jesse, from enhanced mood, improved productivity, stronger relationship, and happier workforce, gratitude really plays an important role in organizational success. So, Sir Jesse, now I think more than ever, we should take this opportunity to shift our focus not on the negative, but appreciating what is positive. Simple as saying thank you to your team, to your manager, to your bosses, really pays so much.
Yes. So how do we actually? The question, Jamie, is there are many ways to express it, but let us zero in the workplace. How or in the family, at home? How do we show and practice gratitude?
At home is very simple, as simple as cooking a nice meal for your family. That's showing gratitude that they are loving you constantly. They're always there for you when you need them, and even when you don't need them, they're always there for you. So cooking for them, giving flowers, that's already a sign of gratitude. But at work, Sir Jesse, there are more than one ways to show appreciation to your teammate. In the morning, like I've seen you, Sir Jesse, in all the many training sessions that we've been together, greeting your employees when they arrive each morning is already a sign of how you show gratitude in the workplace. Being respectful of the time of each other is also a sign of being grateful to your teammates. Surprising your teammate with lunch, coffee, or merienda. Maybe now these days is not very possible, but it can still be done as long as we follow all the protocols of the pandemic. That's also another way of showing gratitude in the workplace. Also, I think recognizing the efforts of your staff or your employees, even if something goes wrong, is another sign of showing gratitude to your teammates or the employees. As simple as saying thank you, heartfelt thank you. That is showing gratitude, Sir Jesse, for me.
Okay, thank you. I was listening to you and I got four, and we will discuss it. The first one is appreciation. The second one is recognition. The third one is respect. And then the fourth one is sincerity. Sincerity. I was listening to you. And these are actually the ways that you can actually practice and show gratitude. So let us just only two for at home and at work. So let's start with appreciation. Yes, a lot of what do you call these relationships? They actually what do you call this? Go. What is that term for that? Because I don't use that. They separate and it goes ori. It goes. There are some misunderstanding because sometimes the other person needs a hug, needs an appreciation. Remember, sometimes your wife or your husband is left there at home, does things, and when you come home and you are a little bit tired and stressed, you forgot to appreciate even your children, even your children. So yes, Jamie. So um, appreciation, I think, is something that it has to be because I'm leading to that. What interventions can we do? How can we really start just like say seven, COVID 7 habits. How can we start that we can instill that habit that we need to appreciate? I mentioned already at home. How about in at work? Appreciation at work.
Mhm.
Those who are listening to us, Obet, Femery, and you can join us and then put your inputs in the chat box. Okay. So, Jamie, can you share with us how can people show appreciation at work?
Okay. Appreciation should not be just generic platitudes, I think, Sir Jesse. Yung para bang napilitan ka lang to say thank you to your employees because they have finished a project. Parang it's generic lang to say thank you. Some people, they appreciate being thanked or appreciated or appraised in public, but others are not. So I think it should be authentic when you show gratitude in the workplace. So this is the work of HR and the employers to know the diversity of their employees. So we have different backgrounds, different skills. So this is HR's job to know each and every one. So if your staff that you need to appraise is not really keen on being praised in public, I think, Sir Jesse, simple, sincere email saying thank you for unspecific project.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, should
Yeah,
suffice.
and you know what I'm learning from you is that it should start from the bosses, from the leaders, and from
True.
HR because
Opo.
this is what I learned from family. It cannot be taught, but it can be
Opo.
taught. It can be caught. It is
Correct.
not nice that you keep on giving sermons and lecturing and to say thank you. Yeah, they are not children anymore, but they will not do it. I think the intervention is you have to do it so that they can observe and emulate.
Tama,
Diba?
Sir Jesse. Tama po. 'Di ba sa One Minute Manager, according to Ken Blanchard, 60 seconds of appreciation to your employees to reinforce or for positive reinforcement. And also 60 seconds lang should yun lang yung i-take mo, 60 seconds to reprimand employees if something didn't go well. Your main purpose is to correct, not to destroy your employees. And I think this is really a really good sign of being grateful to your employees and to the in the workplace.
Alam mo, Jamie, have you watched that movie, The Devil Wears Prada? Baga gayon? Tama ba ako? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Have you seen that movie? Yeah, yung kahit na lang a simple appreciation, you look good today. You know, you know we are in this life now that we are using screens, distance learning, just a little. Not, I think, the formatted. I receive almost every day 10 formative good mornings, and sometimes I don't answer that back, but I think it should be the sincere. The keyword is there is sincere. Yes.
True po.
So
Opo.
the intervention there is that, what do you call this? They have to do it. Leaders have to do it so that people will follow and observe it. So it's a culture. It's a
Opo.
culture. It's a culture of appreciating.
Right, Sir Jesse. Actually, gratitude plays a very important role in the culture of the organization, I think. Opo. So being very specific about the workers' accomplishments, not just really what I said, generic platitudes lang. I think people will feel more appreciated when you do that sincere
Okay.
appreciation.
You started it already. Recognition. That's the second one that I got from you. So recognition will be the second practice that we can do to show gratitude. So it's you now. It's you now. You appreciate it, and after that, you give recognition.
True.
Diba?
Opo.
Para ba,
Tama
I
po.
appreciate your being a guest here, then I will recognize it. Okay, so what are now the intervention? What are now the ways of recognize it, wherein the person really will, again, the feedback, they also appreciate it. I will start. I will start. Usually we have what you call that recognition program, best in attendance.
You're referring to the appraisal system of each company, Sir Jesse.
But you know what is the intention? Is it more of a gratitude or is it more of a competition? Yan ang papasok.
For me, it should be a more on gratitude, Sir Jesse, than competition. It's healthier that way than promoting a competition in the workplace.
Para bang, I know this will be shared. That should be the correct mindset. That when we say when we give awards, just like PIMA, the Employer of the Year, or just like PSTD, the Gawad Maestro, or just like the TOEFL or the Tower or the it should not be taken as a competition, but rather we are recognized because we are grateful that you have done it. Am I right?
True, Sir Jesse. True po. Opo. Opo. Simple thank you can really go well.
Yung usual na sinasabi, pat at the back. Alam mo sa Pilipinas, ayaw natin ng pat at the back, di ba? If you pat me. But you know, ano kaya dito sa Pilipinas? It's not pat of the back. Ano kaya sa Pilipinas? A handshake. A
smile. Opo.
Or siguro as simple, ako ginagawa ko pandesal moments, I buy food, not so expensive for my staff before in Inquirer for appreciation and to recognize that they have done it. So dalawa na kagad na recognition and you have done it, di ba? Yes. So appreciation and recognition.
Tama po, Sir Jesse. Opo. Actually, in one of the training session we attended together, I saw you with your staff. There was that one segment where the bosses were asked to recognize their team. You went around the table to hug each of your team. Ingit ako, Sir Jesse, because my boss was not there.
Up to now,
I felt it, how sincere you are. Yes.
They miss me. You know, they already have forgotten the downs, but they recall the ups. We have a chat group. It's actually the classified reconnect. And you know what they miss about it? It's the appreciation that I have done to them. You know, hindi naman ako kuripot, hindi ako bakupad. But all the when they are yung mga birthdays nila, or any time, any moment na but it is what they call sporadic. It is a sincere act. I buy something not so expensive, but give it to the person to appreciate and recognize.
Yes, and I'm sure even to this day, Sir Jesse, they remember that. Imagine ko sila, they were crying when you left. They appreciate you so much, I'm sure.
Sabi ni Charisse Sampang, verbal appreciation. Yes, Charisse. Verbal appreciation has an impact. And the verbal appreciation must have also aligned yung mukha mo. Kasi baka nag-appreciate ka, nag-verbal appreciation ka, nakakunot noo. There are 5 languages of appreciation in a workplace. Charisse, can you put that there and so that we can discuss? Okay. Magpapalang ang sinabi, wala pa, si Charisse pa lang Yeah, yung verbal appreciation and recognition. Diba? And we go to the fourth before. Tapusin natin before the breakout. Because you mentioned about respect. Ay, nako. If you notice it, di ba, friend kita sa Facebook, I posted something about when you die, people will cry and ask you to come back. But whenever you're here, parang ganon, they don't there are many reactions to what I posted. Okay. So, yung respect, kasi di ba, sometimes, you pay respect, kadaber na. Ang tanong ko lang, I will do doon sa family, ikaw magdoon sa work ha. So sa family, respect your parents, respect your siblings. Ako, I respect my kasambahay. I respect them. There are times that I'm a very pussy person, but I respect their what do you call that? Their private. You respect. Okay. Jamie, anong dapat na ngayon sa work? Ano ang mga intervention? Ang point ko is, how can HR and how can leaders intervene na magkaroon ng culture of respect? Help us, Jamie.
Oo, tama ka Sir Jesse. Yung specific example ko respecting people's time really is also how you show gratitude in the workplace. You respect the person and people will be grateful for that. May mga shows din na nagsasabi, Sir Jesse, na it is found that grateful leaders, they are able to motivate their employees in the workplace. So if you maintain that culture, I'm sure productivity will follow also. Opo.
Yeah, very good. That is actually OD. Diba? It starts with leadership. But right, respect. Ang daming topic dyan sa respect. One muna, generational. Ay, naku, wala na yan ngayon. Sometimes it's already missed. There are a lot of lapses. I thank you, Jamie, but I want to correct you, Sir Jesse. There are some. It's not that I would like to be, I am not bestowed by the Queen to be a sir, but there are out there. There was an incident at the lobby of Inquirer. I will share it to you now. There is this new so young, I think 20 years old, and she was just new with Inquirer. Then Okay. Okay. As I was saying, let me fix it. I'm now in my living room. Direct, am I okay? Yes. Jamie, sorry.
It's okay.
I have a quick transfer from my studio at my bedroom. Now I am in my living room because I'm now using Converge. My God, I'm using a Globe at home, and it's not really. So I was telling my helpers here tomorrow. I just hope our friends are still with us. As I was saying, Jam, as I was saying, let me try to look for for our friends if they're still with us. Yeah, they're still with us. They're still with us. Choris even have a comment. Choris have a comment here, and then okay. Choris here. 5 languages, words of appreciation, quality of time, acts of service, tangible gifts, and physical touch. Wonderful, Choris. Wonderful, Choris. Okay. Okay. I will try to continue what I was telling you. Yeah, so when I was in inquiry, there was this young girl who told me, Jesse, you know me naman, Jam. You know me, Jam. I direct na si Jam, so I would like to see her reaction. But know what I did? I did a Nora Honor stance. I will do it. So she called me. I was at the back. Jesse, and I had this Nora Honor stance. Call me Sir Jesse. I don't even know you. Ganon na. You know me naman, Jamila. Because you know that I used to be with HR, and I would like to instill respect.
True.
Kabago-bago. But the millennials and the millennials, they're used to it. They don't even, if they just call me Mr. Jesse, or Jesse po, or not just call me Jesse, Charis, even with my dogs, I show them respect. Terms of endearment.
Mm-hmm.
Let us try to discuss what Charis, Jam, let us try to discuss what Charis shared with us.
Okay.
Words, we did words of appreciation. You mentioned about quality time, and that is actually respect in meetings. Yes, that is actually gratitude. Tapos, acts of service. Yes, acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying really to look, and I would like to ask Obet and all those here, what will be our intervention? Because I was taught by family, we cannot teach this. It has to be caught. So what will be our intervention so that we can show people that they will be grateful? So acts of service, yes. And I think, again, this should be done by the leaders. And of course, tangible gifts. This is not the recognition.
True.
Yeah, and then the physical. Okay. You want to say something before we go to the fourth one?
So in the Twin Summit that I recently attended, Sir Jesse, it was mentioned there yung service to the employees as well. As simple as looking for your employees when they all of a sudden parang fall off the face of the earth kasi nga we are still under the pandemic. What's happening na to them, to their families, asking them also how they are. That also goes to show that you appreciate them and you're grateful that you're still working with them. Pero kung nawawala na sila, hanapin mo man sila ba to show that you appreciate them also. It was also discussed, yes.
Mental health issue is real. I have 2 friends of mine who are actually they are undergoing that. And it's simple. It's not actually the food that they take, not that one. Or the what do you call this? The salary. It's more on somebody to talk with. They need somebody to talk. And I think that should be every one of us leaders and HR must be able to intervene. That it's not only when you meet, you keep on giving them direction, instructions, or just remind them of their output. People now, they need somebody to talk to. And you know, these are actually those who are, ang dami ano Jamie. Yung mga are actually, yung mga borders, or they live alone. Hello. Okay. Now, the fourth one is actually what you mentioned is sincerity. Sincerity. Pardon, I have to pick up this dog. They're all in their summer look because he's starting to start a brawl at my feet. So I have to pick her up. Okay. So the last one that you mentioned in the early part, it's appreciation, respect, recognition, respect, and sincerity. Okay, how? And these are actually ways wherein we can practice gratitude. So, what are the intervention kaya na? How can we show sincerity? I don't think hirap na tanong.
Kung sincere ka, Sir Jesse, it actually will create ripple effect sa employees. So, when you show sincere gratitude towards someone, it is likely na it will also inspire other employees to be thankful to others also in the workplace. So, as simple as that, just say sincere thank you as often as needed. That will really help in the workplace, especially now these days.
Yeah. Jem Mary de los Reyes can you spot on Jem direct? She has a post. Courtesy and respect will create good work environment and increase employees' productivity. Right. Right. You know, Jem, and you know, Jam, that brings us to really develop a culture of gratitude. And then the challenge there, what interventions can HR and management implement? Because it's difficult. It's not just giving them work enhancement, what do you call it? Work attitude and value enhancement. It's not that.
For me, Sir Jesse, yung as simple arrangement or simple perks as giving the employees the possibility of having this, what we do now, working from home, and flexible time arrangements is also a sign of gratitude to your employees that they are still there, and it will likely to be to increase job satisfaction, I think, Sir Jesse. Yung simple parts like that, flexible time, work anywhere, work from anywhere, yung mga ganun pong interventions, Sir Jesse, I think will help.
Okay, now let's go back to where we started, why I invited you because of your post. That there was that post about 2,300 that will be, what do you call this? Yes, let go by Paul. So then that's why we exchange that. We have to be thankful of. Okay. Now that is the situation, and we are HR. What then should be our message, and what then should we tell people to really be grateful of what they have? Kasi di ba, ang hirap naman sabihin natin na parang, oy kayo o tingnan mo, yung isang kumpanya nga magtatanggal. Buti ba? So, how will you do it, John?
Opo. For me, Sir Jesse, I think if I can borrow the words of Attorney Josefus Jimenez, sabi niya in our Twin Summit, sabi niya, you cannot draw blood from stone, which actually is true. Kung wala na talaga, wala na, the company should close and all that. So the best, I think, na way that you can ensure your tenure is to help your employer as well. Hindi lang si employer nagpapakita ng gratitude sa employee also does the same. So how you can do this is showing that you are also flexible and to be able to help your employer as well. In the summit that I attended, one of the conglomerate mentioned that even the managers, the higher ups, they agreed to take some pay cut in order that they can keep their employees. So I think employees can do a lot also during these times to show their gratitude to their employers as well. So magtulungan tayo, Sir Jesse, to show you're thankful, you're grateful that we still have jobs. Magtulungan tayo. And for those employees that are being let go because of this pandemic, I think the employer can also help them and show gratitude to them by helping them to find avenues where they can keep some small livelihood on the side. Mahirap siguro gawin kasi nga of this pandemic, but I'm sure there are ways, especially for big companies, to help their employees that they're letting go of. Find job openings, help them find job openings elsewhere. Refer them, those kind of actions or activities that can be done, I think is already a sign of being grateful to your employees, and also the employees being grateful to the employer kasi nagtutulungan, Sir Jesse.
Okay, I love that word, magtulungan. Yes, that is actually the key word now. Let us cooperate. It's actually, I have this slide in team building, communicate. So both ways. Actually, good communication coming from management, how to present the message, and good communication, also transparent communication coming from the workers of what are their needs. And the second one is actually collaboration. This is not the time that they have to really fight. Going to the gutter yan eh. Then the third one is collaboration, coordination, so that and then the other one is cooperation. This is what you were telling me, and synergy. Cooperation, yeah, right. Magtulungan. And that is showing appreciation and showing gratitude. You really show gratitude. Napasalamat ka na may trabaho ka pa, nasisweldohan ka.
True.
And of course, nandiyan na yung mga arrangement na wag muna mag-aspire na ma-promote. Nasa pandemic pa eh. Pandemic. So, even suspended, you still have to work hard. But there are some non-essential things that should not really be aspired because we still have the pandemic. Oh, I love this conversation, Jamie. Now tell us, I waited for this. Tell us, you have been with Save the Children and you have been with Red Cross. Kayo ba na-feel niyo ba na nagpasalamat sa inyo ang beneficiaries ninyo? I'm pardon my intriguing question. Dalawa yun ha, Save the Children and Red Cross. Sige nga, sagutin mo nga ako.
Opo. Sir Jesse, for the longest time I worked with the Red Cross. It's not very often that I meet yung mga beneficiaries, but there were some cases before that nag-join ako sa operation, and even if they're not saying it yung pasasalamat, kasi sometimes you go to remote areas, nahihiya sila sa mga galing sa Manila. Nakikita mo naman sa gestures nila, Sir Jesse, sa mga mata nila, that they really appreciate the effort that we do, the assistance na ginawa para sa kanila. Nakikita ko rin naman ng mga appreciation ng mga tao, sir, sa mga pages, sa mga social media pages ng organization. People are appreciating the work that the company or the organizations are doing. So, nakakataba din ng puso yun, Sir Jesse.
That is
Opo.
That is what I'm waiting for you. Na nakakataba ng puso. Kasi that is what you call the donor's fatigue.
Apo.
Even sa family, here is a family member who keeps on asking ayuda from you, and you keep on giving them. There is no way of showing actually the four things that we discussed: respect, appreciation, and everything. Parang later on you will realize may hantungan. Okay, that will be my last before I ask you for your parting word. Okay. May hantungan eh. There is a fatigue. Diba? Now, what will you do kung nagka-fatigue na? Alam ko, nag-happen yan sa organization. Yung uminit na yung ulo na wala na ng gana and talagang nawala na yung passion ng boss. So, that's fatigue.
I think Sir Jesse, taking a step back, taking some time off can help. May nabasa ako in Forbes before saying na being genuinely grateful also improves the general well-being of a person. So it actually helps you to have lower blood pressure, improve immunity, and healthier hearts. So fill your heart with gratefulness, with gratitude. I'm sure everything else will be easier to accept and to appreciate if you fill your heart with gratitude.
Yes. I don't want to be so spiritual and so religious at this time. The Bible is full of that. Our prayers is actually full of that. Right? It's actually full of that.
True.
But it's the foundation. The challenge is how can we really instill on everyone that we should practice now, most especially that we are in the pandemic. Okay, so can we ask your parting message, Jam? Thank you muna. By the way, Jam, how can they contact you if they need your consultancy or you need your assistance?
I'm active naman on social media, Sir Jesse. So they can find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or Instagram. I'm there. So if they
Teka muna. Before you give your parting message, I would like to ask you, in your life, maybe sa family or sa work, dalawa, family and work, what were that moments, di ba, parang HR moments, that you really felt that there was, on the other hand, na somebody really thank you? Or, baliktad naman, what is a situation wherein na nag-express ka ng thanks? Can you share it to us, Chami?
Okay, the closest that I can remember or I can share with you yung somebody in the workplace being grateful to me was a colleague somewhere in Africa. We have this program in my current organization, an educational sponsorship to our employees, Sir Jesse. So employees can find education activities that they wanted to do, and the organization will pay for it. But they have to discuss how it can help them professionally, how it affects their goals in the organization, and how it can also affect them in their future, even if they're no longer in the outside of the organization. So there was someone who is not approved by the manager. He's also not being approved by the HR in his country where he is. So I tried to help him a bit more than what is expected of me. So I looked at what his writings were and etc. So in the end, ang end product ko is na-approve siya. So nagpa-thank you siya.
Yes.
Via email and told me that he just had a baby. His wife just gave birth, and sabi niya because he still remembered me for my efforts of helping him, pinangalan niya yung anak niya sa akin.
Wow, grabe.
So I'm so
Wonderful.
speechless. Opo, pinangalan daw niya yung anak niya sa akin. So that was I think was very sincere gratitude or showing of gratitude na nagpasalamat din naman ako. Grabe naman yun na napangalan niya pa yung anak niya. But that's a sign of gratitude, I think.
Maniwala ka, I have an adopted son. Yung lolo na ako, ang pangalan is Jose Francis. Very near to Jesse Francis.
Jesse Francis.
It's a sort of gratitude. Okay, before we go, can we ask all our friends who are here, can you tell us, ito naman, what are the things that you are grateful of? Charisse, Jem, Obet, can you share in the comment section before we go? What are the things that you are grateful of? Kasi before Jamie give her parting message, I will ask you, Jamie, what are the things that you are grateful of now?
I'm grateful. Ako na, Sir Jesse. I'm grateful I'm grateful for my family kasi we stick together even if during this pandemic na hindi kami magkakasama lahat-lahat, but I have my husband, I have my baby, I have my brother helping helping me as well here at home to take care of my baby. So I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful, Sir Jesse, that healthy naman kami lahat, and of course we're following everything, all the protocols of this pandemic. I'm grateful for the opportunity of being able to work from home, even if part-time basis lang siya. I can teach from home. I can do some HR work from home. So I'm grateful for that. And yung namimiss ko yung going to church and being lecturer, Sir Jesse. I'm sure you can relate kasi you also go to church all the time.
Yes.
I'm grateful pa rin for being able to go to mass online. Thank God we have this internet connectivity, and we can maintain our dispositions in life. So grateful for everything. Grateful for my friends. Grateful for you, Sir Jesse, and all my HR networks. Na some of them are even helping me if I wanted to go back to full-time work. They're giving me some referrals. So I'm so thankful for that also, Sir Jesse.
Okay, there are some who are friends of ours that are already posting what they are grateful of. Before we read that, can we ask our director, si Direct Navin, to show an announcement? Yes, important public announcement. Missing person, February Palisok, riding a BMW GS 1200 single motorbike, last seen in Pasay City going to Bikutan. Ay papunta yan dito sa amin. Please contact 0917-572-8072 or report to the nearest police station. Kung nawawala si February Palisok. Yun. So we have to be grateful. This is one thing that I have to be grateful, that all my loved ones are actually safe. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let us read. Okay, let us read. Ang sabi ni Joanne Rosary, grateful for waking up this morning, family is safe and healthy, meal times with family for work, thankful for work, friends, colleagues, and clients. I cannot read this. Somebody's posted, grateful for the blessings and good health. Grateful for the blessings and good health. So there are things really that you have to be grateful. Can we have some more? While Jam is giving our parting message, can we ask all those who are in the live stream to post in the comment section what you are grateful of now? Okay, Jamie, can you give us your parting message?
Okay, thank you, Sir Jesse. For me, gratitude is the mother of all virtue. So it's a very powerful concept. It goes beyond praise and beyond positive reinforcement. It really creates professional and personal bonds. So let's fill our hearts with gratitude. If you do that, you will see that it's it will become very easy to fall in love with the life that you already have now.
Wow, short, powerful message. Get it from Jam. Jam, you're really so good. I know taga-UP ka eh, kaya ganun ang ano mo. And you've been working with the NGOs, Save the Children, and so ganun. So that is where I start my parting message also. It is nested on the person. Because there are people that you have lots of blessings, but you are not actually, you don't have that gratefulness in your heart. So it's nested in the individual. I don't know where will it start. Femari again will tell me it should start with the family. Then you have to discover and nurture it. I don't know where you're going to learn this, as mentioned by Jamie. What did you say? It's not the foundation. You have a better definition of gratitude. It's
the mother of all virtue.
Yes, it's the mother of all virtues, which is why we are discussing here. Now, much more that we are in a pandemic and everything, we are challenged. And before we think of our issues, our mental issues, we have to count our blessings. We have to say thank you that at least we are still alive. At least we are still alive. I don't know. We even have to delete that at least. We are alive. Alive. Yes. Grateful for everything. Now our director join us. Grateful for everything. Grateful for every moment. Yes, Mabin. The pandemic has taught us to be grateful for for the moments that we are having now, even if it is negative. Of course, you cannot compare what is positive if you don't experience what is negative. Actually, there is no definition for negativity. Negativity is the absence of positivity. Sadness is the absence of joy. So you cannot really appreciate joy if you don't experience something that is down, even if it makes us, yes, of course. So you have to be thankful that you are happening. That is what, Jamie, that I mentioned to my friend, that it's actually grit, Grit. The experiences that you have now, the challenges that you have now, molds you into a better person. And you have to be thankful for that. Kasi ang dami kaya dyan, Jamie, I am now doing my parting message. Ang dami kaya dyan, Jamie, na mahirap man, mayaman, nakapag-aral o hindi, didn't experience hardships in life. Their personality is not that strong. So sometimes you have to be, ako, Jamie, I'm happy that I grew up in the province. I am happy that once in my life, I resided in Malibay, Pasay. Ay, nako, sa Bicol, medyo maganda yung buhay namin. But I insisted that I should stay in Manila in a blighted area so that I can feel it. Kaya ngayon, balanse ang buhay ko. So, yes, there are things that we should be grateful of and be thankful. But my parting message is, how are you going to show it, Jamie? If there is somebody who did something to you, the presence of God, how will you thank God? How will you thank God? That is a challenge to all of us who are going to, later on when this will be shared, how are you going to thank God? It is not just saying, thank you, Lord. There are ways that we should do to thank God. How are we going to thank our parents? These are not actually expensive gifts. That was mentioned already by our guest, Jeremy. The 4 things that she was discussed earlier. How are we going to thank our bosses? And how are we going to thank the people that facilitates to feed us? Those are the questions. Those are the questions that we must ponder. You must think about. Not mere lip service that you say, thank you. It's so easy. I love you is so easy in the social media jamming. Napakadali. Hindi naman mo ka-close, may I love you. It's so easy. I miss you. Sometimes there is somebody will tell, I miss you, sir. Just, talaga? Talaga. But, you know, it's more of showing. Jamie and I, it's the tip of the iceberg. Kinurot lang kayo namin. Kinurot lang kayo namin. But for now on, this is a topic that we seldom actually talk about, but have time today to think about it. And the thing is the how, the why, the what, and the when. How are we going to say thank you to somebody who gave us something or offered, who made us happy? And why should we have that feeling of gratitude? And what? And of course, how? Ay, tama ba? How, why, what, and when? Ay, dami na dyan ka pa. When are we supposed to do it? When are we supposed to do it? Sige, sagutin mo, Jamie. Hindi
All the time. All the time,
all
Sir
the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Okay.
Alam mo, may nabasa ko niyan. Saying, thank you, I love you. Do it now. Kasi you may not know it. The other person is gone tomorrow and you were not able to say it.
You will
Wonderful.
you might not have another chance.
Wonderful conversation, Jamie. Thank you very much. So let's end it. Nag-overtime na to. So there goes, ladies and gentlemen. In Bicol, it's just marvelous. It's God will repay you. It's actually God will give you the favor for doing something good. Kaya, ang saying thank you sa Bicol is just marvelous. So ang gustong sabihin, it's just like, love means never having to say you're sorry. Anong gustong sabihin yan? Do not hurt the people you love so that you will not say sorry. Now, anong gustong sabihin ng Diyos marvelous? Do something good to everybody. And do not even wait that somebody will recognize, be sincere, give you respect. It's heaven who will give you the favor. The actor of Sound of Music just passed away, Christopher Plummer. He sang Edelweiss. But there is a song in the Sound of Music that all of us should remember whenever we have to be grateful of. The song of Julie Andrews, of Maria. I would leave that message and that song to you to appreciate gratitude. I should have done something good. I'll repeat. I should have done something good. There goes, ladies and gentlemen, just marvelous po.